What's up, everybody? It's Easy. Finally got it in. New update. It's on the way. Got some great stats here from the website. We already have all the stats from the next two for the next new defense, the giant cannon and the new troop, just the drop ship. They're gonna be awesome, I think. You're also gonna hear me say something in this video that you've never heard me say before. After we explain what's going on with the new troops and the new defense. We'll watch a couple of replays from the builder base, also in the background, as we go over some of this stuff from the new update. I haven't heard anything about the actual village that's going to be changing, although I have heard rumors, but we're not going to say anything about these rumors because I don't know. They haven't been substantiated yet, and I haven't heard any fact base yet, so we're just going to keep it at, we know for a fact Builder Base 7, Builder Hall 7 is on the way. Builder Hall 7 is going to bring us the new troop, the drop ship. It's going to bring us the new defense, the giant cannon. The giant cannon has a cannonball that does not stop, so it is going to probably do damage to everything in its path. It's a pretty hefty defense too. Wait till you see the damage per second. It's a hefty defense. Now, something else that we have to keep in mind too. Everyone's always concerned about the base weight. We know that the builder base is not quite the same as your home village as far as the base weight goes. I know that they don't calculate it the same way because on the builder base the weight of everything is so much more. Where the elite defenses in your home village may be at 10,000 base weight, but depending on the scale. Some people use different scales. The one that I've been using is the same one that I believe they got off the API they used in the Reddit, and it puts the Inferno Tower, the max Inferno Tower, right there at like 9,900 or 96,000. Puts the Eagle Artillery pretty close to that too. Let's see, the Eagle Artillery. No, actually, the Eagle Artillery is at 9.9 thousand. The Inferno Tower max is at 12. And wait till you see the weight on these troops and the new troops and the new defenses. I don't think it's as high as the multi-mortar. The multi-mortar was just a shocker. It was like 35 or 40,000 base weight, which led me to really wonder if that goes into the gear up mode, how would that affect our regular village? How much of this base weight is going, how much is it gonna kind of translate over to the regular village? I'm just kind of interested in knowing that. Again, these are questions that I haven't heard answered yet, and once I hear them, I'll try to kind of pass it along. I'm just a nice guy. So, don't really care much about the replays. Just wanted to have something. Now, I've been doing, but in the builder base, I have been using a number of different troops now. Baby dragons in Builder Hall 6 are extremely difficult, so I'm having to switch around, but I did get a bunch of 3 stars with the baby dragon, so I showed a couple of those replays. So we've burned enough time now. Let's go right over to the website here. So this is clashmadeeze.com, and this is the giant cannon page. This is what all the different levels of the giant cannon are going to look like from level 1 to level 8. You can see here it's a 3x3 tile defense. Most of them are, I think, except for I think the Eagle Artillery is the only one that's bigger than 3x3, and I'm just gonna stop talking because I really don't know. I know the Teslas and all that are smaller. All right, so check this out: 36,035 for the actual war weight, and you can see the weight per level. It starts up at 4,200, and then for max it bumps it up 4,821. So that's a pretty hefty defense. So I'm wondering if it's going to be that good, really, because now if you look at it, if you put it on the scale, it's heavier than the Inferno Tower. Again, I don't know exactly how this, I don't know what the word translates or how it's going to, how you would weigh them against each other. I just really don't know. But it's also much heavier than the Eagle Artillery too, and we're talking much heavier, 2 or 3 times on each. So obviously the scales are different in the Builder Hall, or the information that they put in the API is just way off, because they know people are diving in there and getting this information, and you know, they're not the greatest fans of us knowing all the weight stuff, because you know, that's how engineer clans, that's how they tamper with everything, is they figure out the base weight and they start working around it. So here's some of the we haven't got the actual guide on the giant cannon yet, because I have to use it before I can actually give advice to people who have used it less. Okay, so the dropship looks like a balloon, but instead of dropping bombs, it drops skeletons. Really don't know much more about it than that. I've seen this as much as everyone else. There has been some gameplay. I've already seen some gameplay on the developer tablets. I don't want it, you know, we basically just copied right from Supercell and showed their commercial. I feel okay about that, but I'm not going to take another YouTuber's content, you know, if they're privileged enough to have the developers build things, so we won't do that. But because this page was pretty big, it went past level 8, and see, now we were able to dive way down to level 16 on the troops, and level 16 is at 15,237 base weight. Their special abilities is this skeleton burst, and here you can see the different ability levels. And now remember this too, this may change once the troop actually comes out. This is what's been out for a long time now. We've had this information up for months on our website, and while we were building it, we cross-referenced it, and the same information was on several other sites that are similar to ours. So we know that is accurate, but that does not mean it won't change before it's all said and done with, because that's just the way it happens. They'll have people playing the game, they'll have people playing the new troops, they'll have people just working all this stuff out, and then they may change it the day before they actually put it live, so who knows. Okay, so here's another replay from the builder base. Now this one is actually an attack on my base, and this just goes right back to what I've been saying all along, that if it's a lot easier. Let me see how I'm gonna put this. It's not very difficult to get 3-starred. Let's put it that way. It's not very difficult to get 3-starred if you concentrate more on troops than on defenses. You know, that's a very common thing for anyone who's in a clan and that does clan wars in your regular village. You know how the .5 works. You know how people will upgrade their offenses before their defenses. Well, everyone did kind of the same thing on the builder hall, and what I've found is that the matchups are much different. I have a couple of accounts that are much lower, and they are getting matched up with extremely difficult opponents. So I'm not sure exactly how that works out. I don't know how they calculate everything. I don't know how the matchup process works. This was a great attack though. This was actually the delayed entry on the hero, and by doing this we actually were able to pick up the 3-star. It's not that easy for me to 3-star. I don't know about you guys, but I've been kind of struggling. But got a bunch for the video at least. Now, this is what I wanted to talk about though. I had been looking over base after base after base, and I've noticed that while I'm attacking, at least half of the bases that I attack are either a square or a square inside a square. So with that in mind, this is something that I've been having a problem with, and I'm not one to really speak out and say, oh, we have a problem with the game. I know that a lot of people do it. I know people love to vent and bitch and moan about Supercell, and I'm not one of those to do it, because I think that they've done a pretty good job as far as representing the game, representing what the fans of the game want. But my problem with the builder base is that this is an intricate game. There's a lot of moving parts that have to work together, And I think we kind of regressed a little bit on the builder base when we have a square inside of a square that actually works on defense. There's not enough intricate designs that work well. The fancier you make the base, the easier it is to 3-star in most cases. The bases that seem to be working the best are big giant squares that just have all the defenses piled up in the center of it. So I'm not an advocate for that at all. That doesn't promote any kind of creativity, and it's just not the same direction as the home village is. The home village has so much diversity, and there's so many different awesome base builds that you get to the builder base and you just keep on seeing these square inside a square. I mean, look at this base here. Yeah, well, this base got 3-star pretty easily too, but at the same time, this is a common base, and all that it is a square with a bunch of walls just thrown around everywhere. But the interior is actually common. It's the builder hall in the middle, surrounded by defenses. That's not enough. That's not enough there for me to really get into it. I do like playing it, and it's getting harder. It's getting harder and harder for me. But that brings me to my next point: is while I'm attacking, I feel like if I'm attacking a giant square, that should almost be an automatic 3-star. If they can't get more creative than building a giant square and piling all the defenses in the middle of it, there's just not enough uniqueness there for people not to be able to 3-star over and over. But yet I can't, because the giant square works. So my point is, and I'm going to stop with this, is that the giant square shouldn't work. We shouldn't be able to build one big box and pile all the defenses in a big circle in the middle and have it and have it be effective enough to deter any kind of decent attack. Now, maybe a mass baby dragon attack isn't a decent attack, and that's why I can't 3-star with it. But I've actually tried a number of different attacks, and it's just I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to leave it at that. Unattractive thing for me, the square inside the square. Leave me a comment if you feel the same way. I know that there's a lot of hype about the builder base. I think it was appropriate. I really think that being able to go head to head, such a different way of playing. It's exciting for everyone. It's not quite like Royale, where you get to play defense at the same time. So I don't really want to kill the other player very often. Where in Royale, I just got done playing it for a while, and man, I have to take like blood pressure medication every time I play that damn game, because there's always some punk kid that wants to try to thank me when he beats me. What's up with that? Thank you. Alright, so here we go. Look at this, a square inside a square. This is actually Terminator. Terminator is visiting the clan. He was the former clan leader of another elite clan, and at this point right now he is just a traveling Terminator. One of the great players, one of the great guys in the game, showed me this replay, and I believe this right here was another it's not quite a mass baby dragon, because he's got the minions in there too. I do like using the minions. I think that's a pretty cool adaptation of the mass baby drag attack. The minions have that long first shot. Only problem is they're really squishy. Okay, now we got one more attack, and this is not in the builder base. I wanted to show this because this was a pretty cool attack. Get to catch some of the clan chat. I don't know why I didn't cut that out. About ready to lose my voice, so I'm going to kind of wrap it up. But I did want to show one more attack. We had a clan war and had to attack the Town Hall 11s with the Town Hall 9. And I just wanted to show this because it's a great attack strategy for anyone who has to attack those upper Town Hall levels. And what they have done was they had built, this is kind of an anti-3 base, because what they do is they put all the air defenses on the outside, and what they are trying to prevent is for you to break into the middle with an air army, and then you'll have to fight your way back out from the middle. And when you're breaking your way out back from the middle, you'll have all the air defenses way on the outside, so you have to get through all those trash buildings and all the other stuff to get back out there to it. But the weakness to that is if you're not trying to go for the whole base, I was just going for the 50%. You can come in on two different air defenses, and that's actually a perfect area to come in for your attack, because you'll come in on top of the 2 air defenses, you'll clear out everything around the 2 air defenses, and then once you clear out around those 2 air defenses, you've just created a funnel, and now you just put the rest of your your dragons in there. They'll take out, in this case, that whole corner. Then they have nowhere to go but to the core. So it's just tailor-made for a 2-star attack for these, and you're not supposed to let a Town Hall 9 2-star Town Hall 11. Although I don't believe this is a full Town Hall 11 because there's no Eagle Artillery. But even so, you have the 4th crossbow. You can have the max. I don't know if this player here had maxed Infernal Towers or not, but still, Town Hall 9, 2-star on the Town Hall 11. I was impressed by it. This is something that I've attacked with a Town Hall 10 and not been able to 2-star the Town Hall 11s if they're built right. But this base right here is just this is your prime example of how the square inside a square does not work in the regular base, and I really feel like it shouldn't. I mean, you have to get better. You have to be more creative than that for a good defensive posture, as I like to call it. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Check out the website. We have what we call the Update Central page. And the Update Central page is basically your update ticker. There's all kinds of great websites out there, like All Clash, that I go to. I have their updates that come right directly to my computer, so I'm always up to date. You can come to our website, clashmadeeze.com. Subscribe to the website, and you will have the same. And every update, we don't send a lot of stuff out, but on the updates we do. We'll send something out when we hear about the update, and then we'll send something else out once the update's out. Because as if you wouldn't know that there's all kinds of new stuff in the game. Anyway, sub to the channel, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like the video. Till next time, it's been easy. Take care, everybody.